Polygon went from meh to oh my god, this is incredible in the span of a few months. And I bet you haven't heard of some of the latest happenings in Polygon land. So in this video, we're gonna analyze all of that and talk about the future of MATIC. But first, let's roll the intro. I actually researched Polygon back in 2018 when they were called MATIC Network. And I liked them because their goal was to help Ethereum scale. But I wasn't really impressed with their proof-of-stake sidechain and plasma chains. That's why I unfortunately did not buy and hold MATIC back when it was only around 1 cent. But since then, they've been on a roll, rebranding from MATIC to Polygon and launching/acquiring new scaling solutions that are true game changers. A lot of their impressive growth and expansion has come in 2021, and if they can maintain that trajectory, I think they can eventually surpass Avalanche or even Solana one day. But will they though? I mean, that's why we have to dig further to see what exactly they're doing and better understand their grand plan. And then there's the question of what exactly their MATIC token will be used for. Because as of right now, we're not quite sure how their latest solutions will utilize MATIC, if at all. Let's do this. We'll start with Polygon in a nutshell, then we'll zoom into each of their new scaling solutions like Miden, Hermez, Nightfall, etc. And then we'll end with a deeper discussion of their MATIC token and what role it will play in their ecosystem. I promise you'll learn something new or else I have failed. But first, a quick shout out to our longtime sponsors, Crypto.com. On their app, you can buy a ton of different cryptocurrencies, including MATIC, by the way, if you are interested after watching this video. I also use their interest accounts to stake CRO and earn passive income. But their best product is their crypto debit cards, which I've used all over the world for years now at any store that accepts Visa. If you don't have one yet, you definitely should sign up using my link down below, and we both get a $25 welcome bonus if you do. Alright, so Polygon is a layer 2 scaling solution that's built on top of Ethereum. They basically want to turn Ethereum into an internet of blockchains, just like Polkadot or Cosmos. So Polygon is not just a single layer 2 network that connects to Ethereum. They offer a range of solutions from sidechains to enterprise chains to rollups and more. As you can imagine, their solutions are all pretty cheap and fast to use. They're comparable to Solana and Avalanche in those aspects. They also have a software development kit, or SDK, that makes it easy for devs to build using their solution. And finally, their MATIC token is used for proof-of-stake validating and paying gas fees on their sidechains. But that's all old news though. Let's now turn to the new and exciting stuff going on. It all kicked off with this announcement that they were allocating $1 billion from their treasury to invest in ZK-related efforts. If you don't know what ZK is, I highly recommend you read about it more. But basically it stands for zero knowledge, and it's a cutting-edge part of cryptography that lets us build scaling solutions that are much better than sidechains or plasma chains. And Polygon is knee-deep in this area. Per their announcement, they plan on acquiring projects, designing their own solutions, hiring talent in this area, funding research, and more. This wasn't just some announcement of an announcement though, Justin Sun. They hit the ground running by acquiring Hermez, a ZK rollup scaling solution for $250 million. The interesting part here is that Hermez was already live and they had their own token too. But with this merger, they'd be rolled into the Polygon ecosystem and their token would be swapped for MATIC. On the technical side, Hermez was mainly built for payments, and they used a specific form of ZK technology called ZK Snarks. But their big announcement was that they're working on a new virtual machine called ZK EVM, which will let them support general purpose smart contracts beyond just payments. Just 1 month later in September, Polygon announced that they are working with Ernst & Young to develop Polygon Nightfall, a privacy-focused solution made specifically for enterprises. EY actually already built their own Nightfall instance, but this collaboration with Polygon would let them launch a public version of it. On the technical side, they utilize ZK proofs for privacy, but they also utilize optimistic rollups for scalability. So it's more of a hybrid approach than just purely ZK or purely optimistic. They're actually making fast progress here because this was just launched on Ethereum's testnet recently. Fast forward to November and they announced Polygon Miden, another ZK rollup solution, but this time built in-house by a star ZK researcher. Miden is different from Hermez in that it uses Starks with a T instead of Snarks with an N. Starks are better in many ways, but they're also much newer, so there's a lot less support and developer documentation for them. Miden also differs from Hermez in that it's aiming to be a general-purpose rollup from the get-go, instead of only focusing on payments, for example. Unlike those other projects that are already live, Miden is a brand new project, but they're already making great progress, and they recently released a prototype of their VM for developers to play around with. And then most recently in December, Polygon announced a groundbreaking $400 million deal to acquire Mirror Protocol. And together, they're building a new project called Polygon Zero. The overarching goal here is to build a ZK rollup that's compatible with the Ethereum virtual machine. Because if they can do that, then that means their rollup can support all the dApps that we currently have on the Ethereum mainnet. Just so you know, that's not currently possible in existing ZK rollup solutions. And the Mirror Protocol team has some special inventions which can help bring all of this to reality. Last but not least, I have to mention Polygon Avail, which was actually launched back in June of 2021. So I'm going a little bit out of order here, but it's quite different compared to all the other ones I mentioned so far, because this is a blockchain that is tailor-made for data availability. If you've researched rollups at all, you may have come across the modular versus monolithic blockchain debate. Modular is where you do different functions on different blockchains, which is the approach that Ethereum is moving towards. Whereas monolithic is where you do everything on a single blockchain, which is what Solana is doing. Modular systems break things up into 3 separate functions: execution, settlement, and data availability. So the idea is to do super fast and cheap execution on a rollup, settle that onto Ethereum, which is best-in-class security, and then make use of a different layer to make data commonly available. That's where solutions like Polygon's Avail comes into play. And these solutions are definitely flying under the radar, even though they're ultra important in a modular blockchain world. Phew, that was a lot, but you see why I'm so hyped about the future of Polygon? First, they are utilizing cutting-edge technology that few other blockchain networks are even talking about. Second, they have a wide range of solutions that builders can choose from, depending on what is the best fit for their application. And third, they fully leverage the world-class security of Ethereum by using them for settlement purposes. But wait a sec, because we haven't even talked about the million-dollar question here, and that is, what does this even mean for the MATIC token? Because the team has not really announced how the MATIC token will be used, if at all, in these new solutions like Miden, Zero, Nightfall, etc. I actually dug quite a bit and found this segment from the Bankless podcast where the co-founder of Polygon answers this very question. Take a listen.
We have a very clear vision that Polygon's native token will unite and how it will actually going to unite all these solutions. It's just that we don't want to impose and we don't want to do that right now. We just now need to ship these core components. That is the most important thing now. And later the token economy will be adopted basically and improved. We're already working on that behind the scenes to tie kind of all things together.
Just to clarify, we already know how MATIC is used within their existing proof-of-stake and plasma chains, but it's reassuring to hear that they're going to design MATIC to be an integral part of these new solutions as well. Will it be for gas fees or staking or even governance? I'm not sure, but the more utility, the better. I even heard a rumor that they're going to rebrand their token to a ticker symbol that more closely resembles their new brand. Either way, I think that integrating their token tightly across the whole ecosystem will help skyrocket demand. And that could be the catalyst needed for them to surpass Avalanche or even Solana in total market cap. But of course, they still have a lot of work to do. Like their co-founder said, they need to first deliver and execute, or else it will be nothing more than unfounded hype. If you're not super bullish on Polygon right now, then I'd be pretty surprised, because I haven't even mentioned all the new adoption going on, like DraftKings building an NFT marketplace on Polygon, or the Opera web browser integrating with Polygon, or Uniswap launching on Polygon. But alas, those are outside the scope of this video. But if you want to learn more about rollups, which I mentioned a ton in this video, definitely watch this one that I made before. Or watch this one about Phantom if you want to look into another project that's roughly in the same range as Polygon. Anyways, see you next time. Cheers.